Built on the site of a former piano factory, there's been plenty of music made on the field here in the decades since it opened back in 1998. Welcome everyone to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Today, two teams hailing from the AFC, between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Baltimore Ravens.
Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Tyler Loop is out and about ready to send this one away. And we're underway from the bank. Dante Kent with the return. This makes it up to the 25. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Jaylen Warren. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The cool thing about a drive starting a run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity to play whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that run. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Looking out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. Finds the in route complete. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
We've set it downs from 37. Warren running between the tackles. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. The rangy Kyle Hamilton getting there for the stop.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
Inside.
Rodgers from the gun. He's throwing deep to the left side. He's got it inside the 25. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers take a 6-0 lead right away.
It's an old adage, but it's a true adage. Speed kills. And gosh, I love that, Kate. Right from the jump, you don't wait to get your playmaker started. Get him the ball early and put a fear of God into this defense.
Boswell gets that point after to go. And the Steelers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone. So no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive.
Damn, I miss you, Chester. Sending love from my face compressor. Ground control with a soul like Bowie, and I'll chop you up if I'm under pressure. I don't really want to rest.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead a gift. They get it back for 2nd down. Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
Almost a very quick drive, but the drop pick gives him new life. This is 2nd down. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Harmon, the former Oregon Duck, making that stop.
Yeah, that defense was flying to the ball. You see that outside toss. This is a pursuit drill that they work on over and over again. Get to that toss before it can really get started.
Middle. Hey, Ozzy. Shut up.
Jackson now on third. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're up against it here on fourth down. The Ravens gonna punt this away, and here's Jordan Stout to handle that boot. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And that kick a little too well struck. He drives it into the end zone for a touchback. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
These running backs love getting to the open field, and the best of them, they're not even looking at the man right in front of them. They're looking at that next level to get a chunk run like that.
Incomplete. Had the connection, but some stone hands got in the way there.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
1st and 10 now from the 46. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. He had it for a moment, but a complete defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
I love that. I love that defensively right there. It's about the only thing you could do to the tight ends at this level. You have got to disrupt them. You have got to match their physicality with even more physicality, and it forced an incompletion.
Warren quick on the draw. He's going to squeeze about 8 yards out of that run block. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
3rd and just 2 to go. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And they can't connect on the 3rd down deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it. But it's incomplete, and now we've got 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
5-yard attempt.
This will not connect. Not enough leg and too far left as well. And it stays a one-possession game at 7 points.
So in the end, the armchair quarterbacks, Kate, are going to tell you the more aggressive-minded play caller would have been correct. It would have been a better decision to go for it as they come up with nothing from that field goal try.
The drive begins with Henry. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Even 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. Lamar off the play fake. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he hangs on to that football, Brock, through a well-timed tackle. Nice gain. They're down to the 36. Offense is set. 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Play fake. Jackson. Taking a deep shot here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Lamar throwing again. It's complete. Play made by Bateman. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
From the red zone now. This is thrown towards a defender instead, and he's the one who makes a play on the football. That's not what this offense wants. Incomplete on first down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It is Tyler Luke now on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Kent on the return. Pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Both teams neck and neck so far. Back to the bank in just a moment. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They'll get to work here, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Warren. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
And just a hair too much on that kick. The punt lands in the end zone. This one's coming out to the 20.
Forward.
Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Henry gets it here to start the drive. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
2nd down now. They need 7. Shotgun snap to Jackson. Complete Derrick Henry. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Give him 25 on that play. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So 2nd down now after the incompletion.
Okay, what I love about that play, everybody can see the pass breakup, the knock away. You can see the result. What you don't see are the fundamentals. The corner's job of mirroring that route, being stride for stride, and then having the great anticipation and timing to knock it away.
2nd down, Jackson to pass. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Here he goes, third and long. He has the first over the middle, and they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Out of the gun, Henry. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. Can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
Hey, Kate, sorting through traffic, seeking out a runner, that is this guy's domain, and boy, does he know how to operate in it.
All right, here we go. Second down. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's still going at the 30. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. A pickup of 17. And that's going to be a Baltimore first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Read option on first down. He's going to keep it. And he's encouraged out of bounds after that 9-yard gain. So that's going to make it 2nd and 1.
The difference right there, Kate, between that gain and a big hit for a loss, really quick decision-making. He made a quick read, saw the running back was going to get hit if he handed it, and he pulls it himself for a positive gain.
Blitz coming here. Jackson. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens take a second-quarter lead. Zay Flowers, the touchdown. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
An extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7.
Steelers 7.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Calvin Austin on the return. Good work so far. He's got room. Reaches the 40. Hits the 20. And he is gone. Touchdown. Well, when it's set up perfectly, Brock, and you get an exciting return man back there fielding it, wow, there are not many plays in football more exciting than taking a kick back for 6.
Find those blockers, follow those blockers, and then step on the gas. So simple for me to describe, yet so tough to execute on the field.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. And he's going to elect not to bring this one out, so no run back this time. We'll pick things up from the 35. Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Get to Henry on the inside handoff. Powering his way forward a bit. Give him about 6 there to begin this drive.
While that run may not move the chains, Kate, that is such a confidence builder. Sets the tone for more play action, maybe more runs. That's exactly how you want to start a drive.
Lamar now from the gun. Throw right side is caught by Hopkins. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Gain of 6.
They get 6 and a first down as well.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
From the gun, a run for Henry. And the power play up the gun only results in 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Short pass brought in. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They've got first down here from the 36. Finds him over the middle. Not a lot of space, maybe to the 33. Stopped by someone who began as a star for these Ravens, now a rival, Patrick Queen.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Steelers' 33-yard line.
Here's Lamar. Falls to the ground out left, incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's third down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Play number 7 on this drive, and they need 7 here on third down.
Hey, report. Report.
Jackson yet again. He's able to hit Flowers, caught. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Now Jackson off the play action. Headed out right. Now he takes it. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them first and goal. Now we're going to have a timeout taken by Baltimore. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates.
And in for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take the lead just before halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens break that tie and now lead by 7.
Steelers 14.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Okay, well, that was over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. Rodgers from the gun. Finds his back, Jaylen Warren. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Steelers calling their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, here's Rodgers. That's to his running back, Kenneth Gainwell. And he's going to be at midfield now as he gets out of bounds. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Rodgers set to pass. Challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. Roquan Smith with the pick. And the Ravens make the defensive stand and come through with a turnover in the final moments of the half.
The Ravens take
Well,
over
I know I
first
don't
and
need to
10.
tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot.
Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. Kyle Tucker makes the play. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. Rolling into enemy territory. Down the left sideline he goes. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens grow the lead coming out of halftime. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. An extra point is up and through by Luke. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Ravens 28, Steelers 14.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Kent on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They toss to Warren, running right. Makes his move towards the sideline. Rolling into enemy territory. He gets loose down the right side. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
63 yards, the gain on the play. That's good for a Steelers first down.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Ravens get him. Down he goes. And it's step 1 towards a goal line stand. Still going to need a couple more, though. 2nd and goal coming up.
6 yards. It's 2nd down and goal.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. He brings it in. And he drives this forward to the 6.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Oh, no touchdown. It's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton with the pick. And the Ravens take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You knew it before this drive started, the field goal was not going to be good enough, but that meant the coverage also knew how to play it, how to concentrate, how to focus, and those defenders, well, they influenced that throw, and even more so, took it away.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 31. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
On 1st down, Jackson. Little off center. His man just couldn't adjust to it. Looking for his wide receiver there. And now they face 2nd down. Now the Ravens are going to use the first of their timeouts, as that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. After the incompletion, still at that 31-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Lamar. That's him on the quick hitter. And this This one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush your passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
That one finds his man, Ingram. And he's going to be touched down as he gets him enough to pick up the first down.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
First down throw for Jackson. Bails out of the pocket quick. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And it sets up second down.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
Carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. His fourth total score of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Ravens stretch their lead to 21. All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. Kent on the return. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10. Play action here with Rodgers. He rolls to his right. Moving right, airs it out down the sideline. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And it's going to be second down. Shotgun handoff to Warren. He's right up next to that first down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up third and short.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Completed to his running back. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
A pickup of 2 yards. First down.
Warren here from the gun. He gets through for a 7-yard gain. The tackle made at the 47.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Second down, looking for options. It's a race down the right side. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs. That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's first down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He's got it near the 10. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers shave some off the deficit late in the quarter. A second touchdown through the air for Brock, and independent of the game situation, we both know he's going to be happy to leave the field with 2 of them in one game.
One touchdown, you just might be right time, right place, but 2 touchdowns in a game is always about the preparation. The separation to the preparation. It's doing that work on the practice field and knowing before the game that when my number's called, I'm going to be there to deliver.
This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Baltimore offense to the line now. First and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. Kyle Decker makes the play. And the Steelers take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, Rodgers. And he has the Pittsburgh touchdown. The Steelers parlay the interception into points. Well, they certainly wasted no time in making that turnover hurt even more. They looked to the end zone on the very first play, Brock, and they connected.
You know, Kate, I love it. It was an ambush to begin the drive. They attacked that end zone against a defense who was out there on short notice and not ready for that sudden change they talk about.
Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Great spot to start a drive in here. Ravens headed up 1st and 10. Play action now with Jackson. Likely's got it right side. And this is a small pickup to the 39-yard line. Kyle Duggar hauling him down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
A very active quarter for us. Plenty of points in that frame as we reach the end of 3. It's Ravens ball as they try to keep that lead and close out a win. Second and 6 coming up here.
13. What? You are X.
On the rep. Let's go right here.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Hits him on the out route. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out. It's a pickup of 26. And that's going to be a Baltimore first. The Steelers calling their first time out. They still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. All set to go now from the 35. Handoff headed right to Henry. He's out in the clear. And he scores. It's a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens go up by 2 scores, 13 points in the 4th. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
Luke tacks on the extra point. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Ravens 42, Steelers 28.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good field position as the Steelers come up to it. 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
To throw again here on 2nd down. Rodgers. Catch made by Austin. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And a fresh set of downs for Pittsburgh.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now here's Rodgers. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you gotta admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Short pass brought in. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
They've got first down here from the 36. Again, Rodgers. He's still going at the 30. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. He gets 16 yards on that play. And the Steelers have a first down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
Quick adjustment defensively to stop him this time, so no gain on first down.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
Gets him on the in route. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Rodgers from the gun. That one nabbed by Warren. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers now within 1 score in the 4th. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
One after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Hill now to return it. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops. Ravens to the line now. 1st and 10. Trying down the middle with Henry. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up. Shift the momentum a little here in the 4th.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. To the left and reeled in by Hopkins. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the 1st.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. We picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
He'll throw it. Hits his running back. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. From the gun, Jackson. This one's going to hit the ground, incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays and discussing them and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had. Not against this defense. Not on that one.
All right, there's going to be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Again, it's Jackson to the air. He finds Ingram working downfield here. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens go up by 2 scores as they try to put this one away. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Kate, think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
That one right down the middle. And the Ravens double their lead to 14.
Kick off for Baltimore.
All set up. Here's Luke to kick it away. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Did not make an effort to even hit the landing zone, Brock. So they're going to gift him a drive starting at the 35. The Steelers with some very good field position as they get set, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows and the throwing lanes aren't there long. And it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
On 2nd down, Warren. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down. Throwing now. Buys time, rolling right. Gets this one to Freiermuth. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
To the air on 1st down, Rodgers has him on the quick hitter. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Looking out of the gun, here's Rodgers. It's caught, that's Thielen. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
1st down, Pittsburgh.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Rodgers. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. Picked by Alohi Gilman. And the Ravens are going to return this up beyond the 20 before being tackled. Well, no matter the outcome today, partner, I think we can all agree it's been very exciting watching him throw the ball. Found the end zone 4 times, but he's now given it away 3 times as well.
Yeah, if you were a golfer, his scorecard would be fascinating because a bunch of birdies, but these bogeys and double bogeys he's got to eliminate. It's really been high risk, high reward through the air, and you never want to slow a quarterback down in that production he's found with his aggressiveness, but you've also got to find a way to turn that governor on, take a little less risk, and take